Hey you guys, and welcome back to Rams Games. Today we're going to be playing Rimworld Alpha 13. See the version number up here in the top left. As far as I know, there haven't been any bug release fixes. Like no Alpha 13 A, B, C, D. So we're just going to go ahead and start this. I've already made a world. We're going to do new colony on Cassandra Classic. I haven't decided if I want to do base builder or rough. There's kind of a goal for this series. It's going to be, I have a specific build I want to do in mind. And obviously can't do that if I'm getting killed. So we're not going to be doing permadeath or anything, and I'll try not to save scum. But we'll see. We're going to count on not save scumming, let's put it that way. Unless, you know, very specific situations, if you remember, like Stonehearth, but don't mind me, only half joking here. So free play is out of the question. Base builder is focused on base building. Threats are scaled back quite a bit, and then rough threats can be quite dangerous, and there are no bonuses to colonist mood. I don't mind the no bonuses part. It's just some of the things that they throw at you can just be stupid. Extreme is impossible. I'm never going to play that. It's as hard as a diamond-bladed dagger. I guess we'll try rough. Do Cassandra Classic on rough. The world, I think, is this one that I pre-made. Yeah. Excuse me while I get to 9440 and 2640. 97, 95, 94, 94, 40, and 2640. We have a temperate forest. The terrain is mountainous, so we're going to have a lot of mountains to deal with. I also want to go into advanced and switch this up to 300 by 300. Our growing period is 11th of winter to 1st of winter, so there's only 10 days in which we cannot grow. The average temperature in January is 47 degrees and the average temperature in July is 82. It doesn't get too cold or too warm. Like I said, I'm not looking for like anything majorly difficult here. I'm not looking to show skill or anything like that. Just looking to have a little bit of fun in Rimworld. And again, everything you see here, butts, nuts, coconuts, is the world seed. And then I'm starting at 9440 east, 2640 north. The average temperature overall is 64 degrees, which is fine. Rainfall, I don't know if that's a lot. It's an amount. We have limestone and sandstone. Let's go ahead and select it. So, the most important part of the game, right here, at least starting off, are your first 3 colonists, because you get to, personally, more or less, choose what you start off with. After that, the colonists that you get are mainly random. You have no control over that, but you have control over these. So, unless you're looking for a challenge, which I'm not, you don't want to start with people that have low health issues like this. And you don't want anyone old, because that will also create issues. We're not talking their chronological age, we're talking actual age. The age in which they have been outside of cryosleep. So, gonna randomize. That is great. By that I mean, not really. Incapable of firefighting is not that big of an issue. They have an 11 mining. All stats over 10 will slowly degrade back to 10. I think a fixed rate, I don't know if it scales per level. I've always hated that. I might install some mods later on in the series, who knows. They're heat tolerant, so their minimum comfortable temperature actually goes up, so they're not as good in the cold. But they are a hard worker. Other than that, there's no negative. They're absolutely no social. So we're going to stick with this person. We can rename them later. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. Sorry. You'll be in the game eventually. Incapable of all these things, that's not happening. 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 No. They have 0 shooting. They learn at 0.3 times the rate which you can see compared to a burning passion is 1.5 and a regular passion is 1. It's kind of strange that a regular rate isn't 0.5 and then plus 0.5 per passion and whatever, but you know, again, whatever. They're 28, they have no health issues. Unfortunately, they're prostrophobe. Prostrophobe. I know it's prosthetics, but you know, whatever. Anyways, they don't like they really, really don't like the idea of prosthetics. So they might shun others who get prosthetics, which I'm totally cool with doing, by the way. Burning passion for social, so let's go ahead and keep them. 31, not that big of a deal. They're optimist and they're a brawler. They really suck at shooting. Right now we don't have anyone that's good at shooting. They're not incapable of anything. Particularly like firefighting isn't that big of a deal. But they don't have cooking and they don't have social, which is unusual to have 0 and all over these things. Because this person is 0 shooting, we don't want that. They're okay with animals. We're going to need somebody with a high social and potentially high shooting. Growing's not that bad either. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have no injuries. They can't do violent, so that doesn't really help with the whole thing here. They have some shooting. Incapable of intellectual and cooking. I'm sorry, but I'm going to keep skipping this. That's just because, like I said, you get control over the first 3. Bite scar just means you're going to be a minor pain, which isn't great. You can see some of these people have a lot of issues. We've actually set ourselves up for something fairly bad here, but... So they can't do social, which I guess isn't the worst thing in the world. We're just not going to have someone who's really good at social. But as long as they can do everything else. Their traits, chemical interest, has an unusual interest in chemical sources of enjoyment, will consume more often, and is more likely to go on binges. That's... I'm sorry. Can't. So the mental break threshold is up 12%. And they're a psychopath. No mood from socializing. So not only is their mental break a lot higher, but since they get no moodlets from socializing, that's both a positive and a negative. Blah. Chemical interest, you gotta be kidding me with the chemical interest crap, come on. Pessimist, permanent mood effects, -6, whatever. Why does my luck suck right now? I might just skip all this. Normally it doesn't take this long, and normally the starting people aren't that crap. We're about to seriously just stick to something like somebody that has issues. I'd rather them have health issues than to be incapable of things. Grr. So, I guess this female is gay. They're a masochist. That's interesting, and they're psychically sensitive, which means they're extremely likely to break when we get a drone attack, which will happen eventually. I don't care. Spent 9 minutes on this part, which means I'm going to extend this to about 30 minutes. Pretty sure permadeath mode wasn't... That was really loud. Alright, so let's go ahead and pause the game real quick. We need to figure out who is good at shooting. If you hit the comma and period keys, you can cycle back and forth between your colonists. Really? Real quick. So one of the reasons I chose this map was because there's a lot of space to work with if we mine all this out. There's probably going to be a decent amount of materials inside these rocks. You just have less stone if you do a smaller world. I like the mountainous regions. I can just mine out all of this area. If I want them to be less, temperate forest means that a lot of this is decent for growing. We actually have 2 steam geysers really close to our base. So that's not too bad. If you want to call me on like cheesing the beginning, I suppose you have every right to. Like it wasn't that interesting. Your melee is okay and your shooting is 0. Okay. So for right now, we're going to deconstruct that. We're going to set up over here in this little area. I know there's some buildings around, but we're not going to use them. What I want everyone to do is just everybody start chopping this wood, man. For right now, I'm not going to do any of these specific stuff, like changing around who does what. I'm going to try not to play in 3 times mode. Like, I'm really going to try not to. It's arguably a fairly bad habit of mine. We're going to grow potatoes. And that's it for now. Since we're not really doing a whole lot, let's just make sure that all this stuff gets thrown down. Gonna want a dumping stockpile. Down here. That's going to hold only human corpses, allow rotten, and all the chunks and stuff. I'm going to take somebody off plant cutting and put them only on hauling. And we're going to move all of this. Yeah, you heard me. All of it. And we're going to meet gonna need some beds. We will get some structure up around that. I'm gonna really try not to play in 3 times speed. We'll do that, and we'll just do a wooden door. And we'll order that to be mined out. So that should be good. Then we'll stop it. We'll do a regular stockpile. I don't know. Guess we can do a 7x7 stockpile. Do a wooden door. And another wooden door. That's going to be my refrigerator, basically. Do a wooden floor real quick. We have nothing but wood right now, so we're just going to keep doing that. Gonna need a solar panel. We won't be able to do the geothermal for a bit. We can, hold on. Wind turbine takes 100 steel, 3 components. Wind turbine is actually a little bit cheaper. Thank you for doing that. We'll put that there. We will put a few batteries in here. While they're sleeping, I might as well speed it up a little bit. I'll get some like proper work orders queued in there eventually, but not right now. I want to put down 3 wooden walls. Cancel that. They should start getting all the stuff moved, and then we'll, once we get some power, we'll create that freezer. It just has to be about, you know, below freezing. 'Tis a freezer. I just don't want all this stuff like dying on me. And then whenever they get that that stuff mined out. I know I'm playing at 3 times speed, don't talk to me right now. We can connect all this stuff up as they get it built. Still working hard at hauling all the stuff I told him to, which is nice. That other thing is nice and done. And then we could have just put one here, but I'm not really too concerned about that. Do the temperature thing. I kind of made this so like none of the air really bleeds out a whole lot. It will a little bit, but I don't want it to like a massive amount. Then we'll just do a power conduit straight across like that. We should have the components and everything else to make that, which is nice. Alright, so we'll want to set this down. I like to keep it around 10 degrees. We'll get it refrigerated. I know, I keep doing the whole time thing. It's gonna be a thing that I have to get used to. Oh. Target, ooh, I meant +2. Yeah, let's just leave that at 10. So if I pause the game right here on the right side over by the mouse, you'll see that it says indoors 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I want to... I don't want to delete the whole zone. Just that spot. Hopefully they'll start hauling all the rest of the stuff, since they shouldn't have too much to do. Somebody's thrown up, which is great. And I know that we need to put down some floors. We don't need to, but what I like to do is put wood flooring here and here. I like to keep this area completely clear of junk. Nobody should be idle or anything. I have no idea what we're going to call this place, so... cancel that. What are you doing, bro? Just go. All y'all prioritize handling a chunk. Thanks. Why was that set to X? Weird. Must have just been stuff that had originally fallen with us. Like I said, eventually I'll name people. I don't really feel like doing that in the first episode. I'll also set up priorities in between episodes. All that good stuff. Right now our indoors is really struggling, to be completely fair. Let's set its target to 8 a little bit. This person has stuff to trade, which is wonderful. This is a really big map. I'll want somebody to start cooking all these berries and stuff pretty soon. It's probably a little late to talk about it, but I don't know how the audio balance is. Hopefully it's alright. Now let's look at their moods real quick. Needs. That's what I meant to do. Shared bedroom, not the worst. Uncomfortable. Let's do some wooden furniture. Let's just get a wood table out here. And do that. Sure, why not? Probably more stupid things that we could have done. So hopefully somebody just sits down, enjoys themselves a little bit. Starting to clean up now as they completely run out of priorities, out of tasks, which is probably something you don't want to do. There's jade down here. Let's mine that out. I don't know what that's all about. I've never seen that before. Could be a lot of things I've never seen before, a lot of events I've never experienced, and some things I won't be able to deal with, which is why I was really hesitant to start the series. I don't know, it's just something that I didn't want to half-ass. Pardon my French. I don't mind that they're all cleaning. That's fine by me. I don't like that there's a grizzly bear. Oh, speaking of which, hold on. Who is the best at wardening? You. Trade. I want to see what you got. Got some kibble I don't care about. Speaking of which, is that monkey our friend? I was really hoping we had a dog. I hope we have a dog. If we don't have a dog, that's an issue. So the only things they have to give us are kibble and some components. Which I'm not opposed to giving them 27 of my resources. Yeah, we have a monkey, man. They can haul, release, and rescue. It's not going to be that great of a freaking fighting animal, but it's not that big of a deal. Yes. I keep hitting the wrong thing. Want a party spot, marriage spot. And like chickens, cats, or small dogs. Oh, weird. We can make one out of jade. That's Crazy, man. This doesn't appear to have a rotation of any kind, so let's have it there. And they're leaving. See the messages up here. I just bumped the mic, so I might remember to edit that out. Okay. Hopefully. Just speeding up while they're asleep and whatnot. So, we have some stuff so far. I have no idea what we're going to call this. And I don't want to reveal what I'm going to build yet, since we're nowhere near being able to build it. It's probably just going to be built out of a lot of steel. Maybe wood, we can replace steel later on if I want to really get into it. But right now I'm more worried about making sure that we have a decent start. We are just going to call this... What should it be called? Calling a name. Ramesington. I don't know. I really don't know. Man, this is like the hardest thing to do is name things because I suck with names. Coconut butts. There we go. The colony is now known as Coconut Butts. Hope I spelled coconut right. I don't know if I... What the absolute fuck was that? I was gonna end this, but this boom rat died of malnutrition and thus exploded on the grizzly bear. Wow. That is certainly a thing. Also, can we fix this whole fire thing? That would be great. I just don't want it spreading like majorly far. They get to talk to each other while doing it. All of the trees we were supposed to be cutting down are being set on fire. This is really a three-person job, to be honest. I don't care about this being our home zone. But I am going to square this off real quick. That way we at least care about that much. It might rain or something soon, I don't know. I know that there's a fire. It's like all over the freaking place, man. Burning down our trees and all of our stuff. So there's a turtle. It's angry. And that's potentially an issue, because turtles are fairly strong. I mean, for what they are. But we're gonna have to deal with that in the next episode, as well as this raging fire from a boom rat, which I wasn't expecting. Remember to stay positive. And have yourselves a great day. I completely keep forgetting what my outro is. Remember to stay positive. Have yourselves a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.